Reports indicate that 14 South Africans working as IT specialists in Thailand are being held against their will, raising serious concerns about their safety. According to their families, the group left South Africa last year and has since been forced to work under harsh conditions without pay. Families have appealed to the government for urgent assistance. Let's now bring in Andy Mashaile, security strategist and retired Interpol ambassador, for more on this conversation. And he joins us now via our video link. Mr. Mashaile, thank you so much for your time this evening here on SABC News. I mean, let's start off here. Of course, another group of South Africans who claim that they have been held against their will in Thailand. What do you make of this latest development?
Mbali, good evening to you and to your viewers. This is very, very concerning. Reason being, there has been a number of people, South Africans all over the world, who have been fed the lies of a better life across our borders. And these individuals end up being slaves. You and I spoke some time back during the year. I spoke of modern day slavery. And yes, this is modern day slavery, as you and I can pick up from the people who want to come back to the home country and they are denied their rights. Same thing with those who are trapped in Russia. We learned that 14 million was paid to an individual who has been allegedly named as Duduzile Zumasambutla. And we know that for the fact that when money has been exchanged, for you and I and the students of history, we will just remember the many years, the 1700s, when people were brought into slavery. So this is really modern day slavery. And we have a responsibility as a country to rescue them from those slave contracts.
And it seems as if, Mr. Mashaile, there is this trend going around. It reminds me a bit earlier on in the year, there was a video making the rounds trying to recruit some South Africans to also head on over to Russia for, plush jobs. And at the same time, it seems as if you're talking about the issue now again of mercenaries who have been taken to Russia. Would you say that this also then constitutes an issue around human trafficking?
Mbali, this is definitely dealing in persons, trafficking in persons, for the want of a better word, human trafficking. And you and I, Mbali, would know that what is going on would be going on against the will of the people. So this is also linking our people, those that you and I are seeing on the screen, amongst others, Patricia Mantula from 70 from SAFM, one of our highly esteemed individuals who are charged with the responsibility or with the crime of recruiting. Obviously, these are allegations at this point in time. And we would want government to step in and really and ensure that people are safe from this. And also, Foreign Military Assistance Act, there has been a violation there by taking our people to go and become mercenaries in the war that they have nothing to benefit from, and with the high threat and risk to both their lives and limb.
And talking about the interventions from government and the assistance, I mean, these families have appealed to the International Relations Department to try and intervene. How can government assist in this regard, particularly to the issues around those who are stuck in Thailand?
Mbali, this is now definitely a government-to-government issue. This would be your DERCO talking directly to the International Affairs Department on behalf of the two presidents or the leaders, that is Ntate Ramaphosa and Ntate Putin. And those are the only people who can ensure that those people come back home. I am assuming, Bali, because Russia has denied ever recruiting mercenaries. There is a group called Wagner. That is the group that has been all over the world allegedly recruiting people to go and fight at the trenches in Donbass against Ukraine. So we have got to talk to the leadership of Wagner if they have the contract with Wagner, because one of those organizations indicated that if they are paid back their 14 million rand, they will release those individuals. So one of the ways would be, the second option would be to talk directly to Wagner, that is government, or those who have paid the 14 million over to some individuals. Those individuals must pay back the 14 million and secure the safety and the release of those in Russia, as well as those in Thailand, if, for the want of a better word, there is ransom involved in that exercise. And we normally don't advise our governments to pay ransom in Thailand. But for this initiative, we would have to find some other ways, some extra ways or extra means to ensure that we secure their release.
And would you say then, Mr. Mashaile, when it comes to those who are in Russia, the big stumbling block here is the issue around the payment that was made? I mean, we also understand there has been those arrests which have been taken place already. And at the same time, we also know that Duduzile Sambodla Zuma, of course, I mean, she's the MK party member. She has since stepped down from her position as a member of parliament. Would you say that, you know, in that regard, that payment in which you speak of seems to be the stumbling block here in making them come back home?
That is the major stumbling block, according to the reports that we picked up internationally in the media, in our country and overseas. Those who have stepped down from their government positions, if they know anything, they would have the responsibility to can say, we will assist in raising 14 million and help to pay for the release of the members of the MK party. My assumption would be that those people are still members of the MKP, and if they have been misled one way or another, maybe the party can assist the families that they raise the 14 million.
Right.
One is not suggesting that it is the MKP that has received 14 million or the MKP that has sent them through to Russia. We know that they were told that they were going to be trained to become elite close protection officers or VIP. We don't know. I don't know the contents of the memorandum of understanding or the terms and conditions of the contract that they signed. Who they signed the contract with becomes another critical issue that media houses and investigative journalists must find out. Who did they sign the agreement with? Who was present? Who are the witnesses? And what do they know about the contents of that contract?
All right, Mr. Mashaile, thank you so much for your time and for that insight.